everyone, what's up? It's Allyse. This is my 1.5 year in LA update video. The cool thing is the last time I did a video, which was 6 months update, it was around the same time this year. So it's a year from 6 months. So if you want to know why I moved out here and how my first 6 months were, check out that video. I'll put a link here. Click on that right now and go check out that video. So basically, I'm finally settled in. I feel at home now. The homesickness has gone away for the most part. The culture shock of it feeling like a different country is completely gone. I've learned to really appreciate and embrace everything about the city. Like, I've met people who I wouldn't have met in my hometown. I'm from Palm Beach, Florida. I've been in situations I would have never been in. I've eaten at restaurants that I wouldn't have eaten in Florida. But, Florida's coming up, with the hip restaurants now. They're, getting better in that area. And there's just like a lot of opportunity that I've been able to receive that I wouldn't have been able to in Florida or in Palm Beach. I'm still living in my same apartment. Thinking about moving maybe next year. But, I'm comfortable. I live in a studio apartment with my dog, and it's fine for now. It's central to everything. I'm not going to tell y'all exactly where I live, but it's central to everything, and it's very easy to get around. I rarely have to get on the highway, which is a blessing here in LA. When I moved here, I was able to keep my job that I had in Florida, move here to LA, and do that same job online. So I did that for over a year, and I got a new job a couple months ago, downtown, still working in corporate America, downtown LA. I never thought I would be working in downtown LA. I never pictured that for myself, but I think it's awesome, and the company I work for is a great company. I'm doing well for myself, I think. For living out here, because it is tough. So I'm getting there. So I'm going to talk about my music, dancing, and acting.
I don't mean to brag, I'm a pretty bad. I don't mean to brag, I'm a pretty bad.
My music, I hope all of you already checked out my first music video. It's not my first ever music video, but it's, I think, my first official music video that I put out, I think around March of this year, 2015. I made a mixtape all by myself. I produced it. It's called Allie and Callie, #Allie and Callie, actually. And I started working on that around this time last year. And it took me about 6 months to produce. I produced every single song, every beat. I wrote everything. I recorded everything here in this apartment, and the quality came out pretty good. And I did that through, just every day after work, almost every day, coming, getting on this computer, making beats, tweaking, writing lyrics, recording. I had to order some new equipment, a new microphone. I networked with people who were able to help me out with getting software and different things like that, and I got to, go to studios and listen in on other producers. So I learned a lot, just from networking, and that helped me to be able to put out my own mixtape. And I shot the video. I put that together myself. I shot the video, I think, in February. I just hired a videographer, had some of my dance friends. We rehearsed. I made up the choreography. We had rehearsal a couple times or a few times, and shot the video. It went pretty smoothly. The whole project came out great. I'm so proud of it. I want everyone out there to know, just because you're not signed to a record label, you don't have all this funding, that doesn't mean that you can't pursue your dreams, or at least do something to get you a little further along in the game. I don't have record label money, so I do what I can with the money I have and the resources I have and networking. And I was able to say, or I'm able to say now, that I put up my own mixtape. I think there's 9 songs on it. I was able to produce my own music video. within a year of being here in LA, and that's something I use to network, and it really catches people's ear. I think there's a lot of artists who, you know, come out here and they're like, coming soon, I'm working on a song coming soon, which is great, but you know, you don't really see an end result. And I was just so focused and determined to finally put out a project, and this one I really wanted to do on my own. And there's videos where I don't think I have a video talking about the mixtape. I don't know if I do or not, but there's like a whole journey about that. But if you go to my website as well, I'll put it here, allyandcali.com, and read through the blogs and stuff, you'll see the meaning behind it. It's like a whole kind of a journey mixtape, and all the songs are samples of songs that I liked growing up that had some kind of impact on me. So every song is sampled meaning I use like a little blip. So for instance, the first song, I used the guitar from Bop from Hanson, because I was obsessed with Hanson. So, you know, every song has an artist or song that I really liked growing up. So that mixtape was very special to me, and I'm so glad I finished it and made a music video. Also, I did a lot of open mic performances, you know. No, I don't have this huge fan base and people who are going to come pay money to see me, but I can get out there and perform, okay? So that's what I did. I got out to open mics. I even had, you know, people who were calling me when they needed someone to perform. They're like, you know, we really liked your performance. Can you come back? I always dance by myself when I perform. You know, I love having dancers, but it's not always practical, or, you know, you can't always have dancers at your disposal when you don't have that much money, or, you know, if your friends are working. So I get it there, I sing, I have a dance breakdown, I have a rap song, I do it all, and I just really want to get out there and entertain, because that's what I love. I love entertaining people, I love creating, and, you know, I was able to perform a few times at Infusion Lounge and Hollywood City Walk. And it's just like, I never thought I would be able to be out here in Hollywood performing my own original music. And it was the best experience, and I'm going to keep pushing. And again, the days of record labels are over, honey, okay? You know, I've learned that unless you're already have a fan base, or you're Mariah Carey meaning her voice is just like one of a kind, Sam Smith, or you've already had history, you know, it takes years to get a record deal, you know. So unless you're at that point in your career, you're probably not going to get a record deal, which means $1 million budgets. So until then, there's so much you can do on your own, and when you network and talk to people, you'll find other people just like you who have at least done pieces of what you want to do on their own, who can, you know, help you out. And people in LA, what I love about LA is people love to share their story, and they're very helpful, and they love to talk. And also with my music, I am working on a new project. It's going to be a lot shorter, because that mixtape put me through so much, because it was 9 songs, and it's just a lot doing them on your own. And I do like making my music on my own, but this next project is going to be fewer songs. I don't know how many exactly, and I'm collaborating with a producer who's just amazing. I'm also going to learn how to play the acoustic guitar. I haven't bought the guitar yet. I'm buying it next month. It'll be more live instrumental, and something that I can get up at an open mic and take my guitar, play chords, and sing. So my last project was all electronic. This is going to be a little bit more on the acoustic-y side. Maybe one day I'll get a band, because I had a band in Palm Beach. Maybe I'll get a band here. So that's what I'm working on now. As far as dancing, I'm a dancer. I dance on a professional team, or a couple professional teams, sports teams. And when I moved here, I always knew that I wanted to audition for our teams here, which I did last year and this year. Didn't turn out how I wanted it to, but the thing that's really awesome is I've been taking so many dance classes. Even before I moved here, probably 6 months before I moved here, I decided to really um, start taking lots of classes to prepare for moving here, because these are the best dancers in the world, some of the best dancers in LA, and I wanted to be up to standard and industry standard. And then when I came out here, I just was taking so many classes. I did have lulls here and there where I didn't dance, but you know, for the most of the year, I'm taking at least a few dance classes a week. And I feel like I really have grown as a dancer. My memory has improved. My technique has improved. Like, everything has improved, and I'm very proud of myself, especially for someone who didn't grow up in a dance studio doing ballet and jazz and training. I grew up as a gymnast and as a cheerleader. So I think I can fake it till I make it enough here now. So I'm very proud of myself. I did last year get a chance to work for the Lakers as a brand ambassador, and that was really exciting and fun. And that came about because I auditioned for Laker Girls last year. But because I did that, I was, you know, offered the position of the brand ambassador. And that's a story, you know, I tell my friends and family. If I didn't really think I was going to make it last year, because I'm like, I just moved out here, I ain't going to make this team. It's like the best team in the NBA. But if I didn't try out, I wouldn't have gotten the brand ambassador position, you see. So sometimes, even if you think an audition is too big for you or too hard, still do it, because at least you learn something, and you never know what else it'll turn into. So that was a great experience. I met a lot of great girls who I just love to death, and working for an organization like that, I just learned so much. In addition to working for my corporate job, these are really big organizations who really care about their brand, and I just learned so much. Like, there's a reason why they're so well recognized and they have such a great image. So I'm learning. And I auditioned for the dance team again this year, more prepared, knowing what to do this time and all that, and it just didn't turn out how I wanted it. And I'm not mad, because I feel like I did my best and yada yada yada, so it just wasn't my year. But yeah, that's dancing. I do want to get an agent and do dance gigs here and there, although I'm not looking to go on tour with any artist. But I do love performing. I'll perform, whether it's singing, dancing, acting. Like, I just love performing because I feel it's something that I do good, and if you're gonna pay me to do that, why wouldn't I? That's how I look at it, especially when I've been training so hard and growing. So that's where I'm at with dance, and hopefully I'll be able to get an agent soon, and we'll see how that goes. As far as acting, it's not in the forefront, but it's something that I can do. So I have a friend who I've been acting in a web series for him and his crew, and it's called Brain Freeze TV. There's one video of me up so far where I have like a main role. I'm in a couple others, I think, kind of just there. And there's a couple others where I'm kind of the main person, but they just haven't put them up yet. So it's great experience for someone who's only taken one acting class. I think I'm doing a great job with that. And again, I really want to get an agent to do anything. Singing, dancing, acting, and just go out to auditions. I do have to do acting classes. I want to do like one of those acting boot camps. But again, it's not on the forefront, and I always have so many ideas, and I'm really learning as I get older to focus on one thing at a time. So the acting thing isn't really on my to-do list, but if someone says, hey, Allyse, you want to do this acting audition, I'll be like, heck yeah. But yeah, that's acting. Acting is just like with music or dance, you really have to throw yourself into doing the classes, doing the networking events where you get in front of casting directors, doing stage plays, doing the web series like I'm doing, doing independent films, student films to build your resume up, and then hopefully land an agent. And since that's not at the forefront, I'm more into the music and dance. No. So yeah, that's acting. Other than that, I'm just working every Monday through Friday. There are some business ventures I am working on. I'm just gonna say that I went to school for business management and entrepreneurship. I have done something with that because I did have a jewelry company. I'm gonna give myself that. And when I decided I was gonna move here, that just got thrown to the side because I was gonna have to reincorporate and do all this stuff. So I will give myself that. That was an official business, a website, a tax ID number, and all that. But I have another idea for a great business. It'll be lifestyle. I'm the type of person who I have to be doing a lot of different things or keeping busy because I'll start to feel like I'm not doing anything with my life. And that's why I like LA, because so many people here are like that. They have their corporate job. And I think I said this in my 6-month video. They have their corporate job, but then they're doing something else. And you want to hear about what they're doing. You want to network and maybe work together. So, and also, you know, a lot of us have been raised to believe you get your 9 to 5 and that's it. But the key to being wealthy is diversification. You have to diversify. And it is hard because you want to kind of focus on one thing at a time. But, you know, I have my corporate job, then I'll have my business on the side that I'm working on. And, you know, have some money coming in there. And then, you know, I have a music project that's super professional that I'm working on next. That'll be on iTunes that will be making money throughout the whole year because I focused on that music project for, you know, a few months and put it out, but I can be making, you know, residual income throughout the whole year because it's on iTunes and people are watching my YouTube music videos. So that's what my goal is out here. You know, just for me, this is not, you know, how everyone is. Everyone's different, but for me, you know, going to work from 9 to 5 and that's it, I can't. Like my whole life it's been going to school and then going to cheerleading after and then going home and making beats, and I've just never been the type to just come home and watch TV and go to sleep. I can't do it. So every moment, you know, I like to use to create or do something fun like that, and I'm not gonna lie, I have weeks where I do come home and do nothing. Okay? And my 6-month video, I left with inspiration. And Chochi. Let me get Chochi. Chochi's naked right now. I don't know where he put his collar. So I'm just going to say it gets hard for everyone when you're pursuing anything. Just living. Okay, just living is hard. Then you're like trying to pursue a dream, but then you gotta work and pay bills, and it's hard. And this is cliche, but you have to learn as much as you can and just be strong and keep going. You just have to keep going. I even had like a little moment, I was just so frustrated this year, and I'm just like, seriously, I need a break. And I took a break. Knowing I was going to come back, I took a little break and I came right on back. So it's okay to take, you know, a break. I mean, as far as like a few months or so. I don't know about years. Maybe years works for your schedule, but a couple months is good for me. As long as you promise in that break to meditate, learn, and then come back, okay? But you can always start over. You can even start over when you're 70. Example, I forgot the 3 older women. I'll find their names and pop them up somewhere. They had that commercial. I don't know if it's a Toyota commercial, and they have their own YouTube show, and they're like hilarious. If they didn't start that YouTube channel, if they said, "Oh, we're too old for this," they would be making lots of money right now. It's never too late to do what you want to do. So keep going, and also know that Chochi want to get down, but he says, "I love you," and hi, he's doing well. It takes a lot of time before you become an overnight success. It takes 10 years to become an overnight success, something like that, okay? So I know people who have been out here for a year or two, and now they're getting booked for those good, big gigs. I love seeing people I know or friends of friends who you finally see them get that one gig. But guess what? They've been at it for at the least 1 to 5 years, and maybe at the 10-year mark is when you're a super celebrity. But there are people who come out here and walk down Rodeo Drive and there's a designer and they're like, oh, you're gonna be my muse for this collection. That happens 1 out of 1,000,000 people who move here. So I think that magic is what inspires people to come to LA and New York and these big cities, and you want to believe that's going to happen to you and keep believing, but in the meantime, you better be working. Another example, I'll put her name here once I remember. The girl in Orange is the New Black, I was watching an interview with her on KTLA, and she was saying, KTLA is a news show, she was saying she was out here dead in the water, not getting booked for, I don't know, at least a year or two. Then she, light bulb, I'm about to make my own films. I'll make my own independent film. So she did that, and she built a fan base. And from that fan base, someone referred her, or someone caught wind of her and they wanted her for that show. They called her agent, and her agent said, do you want to audition for Orange is the New Black? Now, what if she would have been like, oh, I'm just not getting booked, or if she would have gave up, she would have just kept sitting there waiting for someone to book her. I keep telling people, don't wait for no one to book you. I go to auditions all the time, and I'm the bomb. I'm cute, I can do this and that, and I don't get booked. Does that mean that I'm not valuable, that I'm worthless, that I'm not talented? No, it means I need to go out there and make things happen on my own. So like with her example, and mine, because I made my own mixtape, do your own thing. You can do it fairly cheap. You may have to save a few $100s, but at least you don't have to spend the thousands that companies pay to put on a production, and you get your own fan base. Even if you don't build as many fans as you want, you can use that, whatever you did, when you network. You go out, you have your iPhone, your iPad, or business card, say, look what I did. People are like, you know what? That person actually did something. I can depend on them to do something for me. Because a lot of people out here are like, oh, I'm working on this. Follow me, whatever. But you don't have anything to show. That's the main problem there. So inspiration is just keep pushing. God has a plan. But your job is to work. God helps those who help themselves. Also, I went to another networking event for BMI, and Esther Dean was there. It was a songwriters workshop. A lot of people were there. I'm not even going to name all of them, but Esther Dean. And she said something that stuck with me. She doesn't work with people who don't work, meaning if you don't have some kind of part-time job. Because you have to pay your bills. We're all people here. So if you're an artist or an actor and you don't think that you have to work to pay your bills, now you may be blessed to have savings accounts, or your last gig was that big that you can now be off work for a year. But even so, you should at least be working part-time to make sure you're okay. And that means a lot, because people who do that, they're just born workers, So, for her being so successful, Esther Dean, look her up, to say she doesn't work with people who do not work, that means a lot, And you have to be a worker. Work, honey. You can't just be laying around and expect to become a millionaire one day. You really have to work. Some people are born with trust funds, but for those of us who aren't, we have to work until we get there. That's life, or until we hit the lottery. So that's that, and I probably won't be doing any more update videos like this. Maybe I'll do 5-year update next time. I don't know. But please subscribe to this channel for my music ventures. And for hair and makeup, please subscribe to my other channel. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.